Hey y'all, welcome to the Southern Made Gamers podcast where we talk about the most recent gaming news and pop culture. This is, you already know, the host, Nick Fury.
It's your boy, Blasian318. Let's get it.
That bitch Laura took my hype ass intro, so I got the original for y'all. It's Young Lade, aka the Southside player.
And your boy coming in rough like sandpaper, Big D Brown. Ugh.
Rough like sandpaper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, that caught me off guard. I'm sorry.
I love it. Keep that one.
Oh, we keep
Ball
it.
Keep all that.
All that.
All right. Yeah, going back to the podcast, we keeping all that. I don't care. I'm taking the editor off of my workload. But yeah, welcome to episode 2. So yeah, we didn't get to post the last couple weeks. We're supposed to be posting these bi-weekly, but we were supposed to post, but since we are based in Louisiana, we all live in Louisiana, we got affected by Hurricane Laura. My prayers go out to everybody in Lake Charles and everyone who got hit by Hurricane Laura. Lake.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this will be the second episode. So after we post this on Monday, from now in there, it's gonna be posted every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, we will have a new podcast. So today's menu, we're gonna talk about the next gen war. Then we're gonna go on to the Nvidia graphics card that just came out, the 3070 and the 3080. Then we're gonna talk about the Madden and 2K releases and what the main community thinks about it. And then if we have enough time, we might do one more that I'm not gonna say what it is, but we're gonna have like one more topic if we, if depending on the time. Surprise, yeah, exactly. So yeah, going into the first topic. So the next gen war. So there's been a lot of prices reveals and stuff like that. So we're gonna start into the first thing. Probably we're gonna start from lowest to highest. So the first thing we're gonna talk about Microsoft first. So Microsoft came out with the Xbox S, which is supposed to be, which literally looks like a speaker. Like you look in a fast food restaurant and they got the little speaker right there. That's basically what it looks like.
Oh man, have y'all seen the memes online?
Oh yeah.
Speaker box.
And so basically what the Xbox S is the answer to the PS5's digital version. It's supposed to be all digital. It's priced at $299, $300, and it's 60% smaller than the Xbox Series X. Comes with an 8-core Zen 2 CPU. Clocks at about like 3.6 gigahertz. Same thing, same kind of specs as the Xbox Series X. So it's gonna be as strong as the main component. That's gonna be $500. But
really? I thought there was something that was a difference between the two.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
Okay.
The GPU is actually the main difference of it. The main difference with that is the graphics card that's in the Xbox Series S is it's only going to support games at 1440p resolution, but it will be at 60 FPS and it can go up to 120 FPS. That's the main thing. The main thing with the Xbox X is that's going to be 4K. That's their 4K console, and it'll be 60 FPS with support up to 120 FPS. So, has 10 gigabytes of a GDDR6 memory at 2400 megahertz. It has a custom NVMe SSD for faster load times. Has a quick resume, 1 terabyte storage, and they have the Xbox Velocity architecture. Pretty much like the Xbox X is pretty much just, it's the same thing as the S. The only thing is that, like I said before, the GPU is just going to be a little bit stronger. And going into the PS5, so the PS5 is going to be the main one that has the disk drive in it. The disk drive, well, the prices haven't been out yet, but from what we hear from rumors, which I think is probably true, is that the disc drive is going to be priced at $500, while the digital only version is going to be $400. Now, here's where the thing comes in with Xbox and PS5. If you're wondering about this, so basically the digital version, which is priced at $400, think about it this way. So you have a PS5 that has a slightly slower CPU at 3.5 gigahertz, and it has a SSD. I'm not sure if it's NVMe or anything. It just says custom quotations. 825 gigabyte storage, so it has less storage. The GPU doesn't look as strong as the Xbox is, but it still supports 4K at 120 FPS, so it'll still support that. But here comes the main thing. So you have a digital version. Everything that comes in, like, there's no downgrade in the components that actually come in the console for the digital or the disc version for the PS5. But when you're having the S, there's actually, you know, a slight downgrade. So it's kind of like you're going into the next gen, but you're kind of like, you know, putting your feet in the water. You know what I mean? Like, you're putting the feet in the water. You're not really taking that 4K step, that big long step from the next gen. So go ahead and tell me what y'all think about that. Like, as in, like, how do you think the market's gonna react to this? Say, like, we don't know what the prices are of the PS5 is gonna be. We probably might not know for the next couple weeks, since, you know, the Xbox just released it, and they, you know, with all the rumors, they just threw it out there. You know what I mean? But what do y'all think the market is gonna do, and what they think of with the Xbox S and X prices being out? What do you think what they would do with the PS5, and like how the supply and demand, and, you know, how is that all gonna come forth once it actually releases?
I don't know. I think Microsoft trying to play like a supporting role in this console war, like by having the console so cheap. They already know that the majority of people gonna go out and get a PlayStation 5. So by having the Xbox Series X so cheap, they gonna be like, well, I'm not losing so much money by just buying this and playing a couple games, and I might actually end up going back later for other games. See what I'm saying? So I think that it's kind of smart, and at the same time, it might end up hurting them, because with that the whole subscription thing, I think it is, like, you pay $35 a month or $25 for the Series X, and you get the console, and you get the Xbox Live Gold for 2 years along with Game Pass. Yeah. So that's gonna hurt them. You know, I think that's gonna hurt them on the demand side of things. But I think they trying to put, at least have some form of their console in everybody's house. No, and they're not trying to outright beat them out at the beginning.
I kind of agree with that. Like, I think they dropped that price kind of low, you know what I'm saying? So people can afford it, people can get it, and then that's their niche, I guess, to try to get people to, you know, just go ahead and buy it. What they're really trying to do, though, is trying to get that subscription from people, because that's what they're moving towards. You know, they get that monthly payment, you know, every month from all these consoles, you know, and that's how they're gonna get the revenue in, because they can't compete with the games, so they just need to sell the units and they get that subscription with it.
Exactly. Because I think coming out for the year, you'll be paying like $200 or $300 more if you pay the whole subscription out. Mm-hmm. So they're gonna make their money back in that form.
Yeah, I'm at that's about $800 you're gonna pay if you do the subscription, the 2-year financing plan they have.
Yeah.
It comes out to about $800 something.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm interested to see how they're gonna have units to sell, because I guarantee you that the majority, like about 80 or 90% of people gonna go for that model. So it's gonna be on back order. That's how I can anticipate that
on launch.
Yeah, on launch.
I think so too.
I feel like
at least
go ahead.
Oh, I was saying at least they finally found an audience because I ain't gonna lie. I think it was at first it was looking real bad for Microsoft to me. Because I was like
They were about
they
to take
had
a
no
fat
audience.
L.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I mean, I was like, where's their base? Like, I mean, even with the X, we talking about the S, and I think the S was a brilliant move because it does
Yeah.
put them in that base where they can undersell Sony. I don't think
Yeah.
with the PS5, even a digital version, they can put the PS5 that low. Because I mean, even the digital version is still a full-fledged PS5, so they have to sell it a little higher.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think they found the audience as people that don't want to pay too much, or people that maybe they're not interested in PlayStation franchise. Maybe they might want to console, but they're not quite ready to go to PC.
Yeah.
But I'm still confused about the Series X though, because I feel like the market for that still is kind of empty. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I think they're going for like the hardcore, the streamers, and
oh
Yeah.
the people that got the tech savvy people.
but see that's
It's for
the issue
Xbox
I have.
fanboys.
Yeah, because
That's the issue I have with it though. Like,
yeah, the Series S is already 8K
no,
capable.
4K.
So,
4K.
no, it has
No,
8K
it's not.
technology in it. So
It
when
has
8K comes
8K,
out,
but they're saying it's 4K in games.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting to is like, I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying for the hardcore, but that's the problem I have with it. Like, most hardcore gamers are now shifting. We're gonna talk about the video cards later, but most hardcore gamers are leaning toward PC, and with those cards we're gonna talk about later, they're kind of in that price range. So it's like, are you gonna get a console that's kind of limited? it's gonna have like downfalls later on the road. You can get a PC, you can upgrade later. So like, to me, it's like, I think they're fighting an audience there, especially with they having the same games, no exclusives for the Series X. So it's like, now you have your audience, because I feel like most Xbox gamers, they go for, I want the best graphics, because that's what you hear most Xbox guys talk about.
Yeah.
Xbox has the best graphics. Whether it's true or not at the time, that's how they believe. Best graphics, best online, Xbox. That's what I wanted for. But now you have another, person that's specimen in Nvidia. It's like, I don't know. And see how you mentioned streaming you do on a PC. So
I mean, yeah, if you want to be in like the really strong kind of streaming, like very like multitasking kind of thing, then you would go in that route. But you can still stream on a console though. It's still possible, but it's not just like, it's not gonna look good because it's not made for that.
I just feel like they have an audience with the S. They don't quite have an audience for the X, except for the hardcore Xbox gamer.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think there's nothing to sway anybody that's kind of on the fence, or somebody that already committed to a PS5 and to even consider an Xbox. I don't think they have something to do that. With the S, you have a chance that, like D Brown said, I'll get a PS5, but I can also have that companion side, console as well.
Yeah.
In the S. So.
Yeah, it's
I think you need to find an audience for that X.
Yeah, it's a very I see what you're saying. It's a very small kind of audience, but you gotta think about it this way. I mean, would you think some people they can't just drop $500? You know what I'm saying? True. So it's like, even if they are a PS5 person or a Sony person, do you think they would actually? I mean, depending on how hardcore they are with it, you think that actually might stir them to go get an Xbox S if they not really care about the exclusives on the PS5?
I mean, if you really want it,
but it really depends on the person.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you got to think about it this way: with parents, kids don't have their own money. Most kids don't have their own money, so
they're gonna go to Series S.
They're gonna go to that as soon as they see the price, and they're like, "Wow, I got to spend $1,000 on a console for him to play."
Let me get it.
You're getting this, Billy.
Yeah, you get the $300 console. It's the same thing. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Yeah, you can play Fortnite on it too. There you go.
Yeah, you won't know the difference.
Yeah, you just have a different controller in your hand. No worries.
Yeah.
It's just a little thicker.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I think it's just they were just trying to score on people who just can't afford it. Or people who don't really, what I think it is, what I was going off when I was describing it, is for people who don't really care about 4K. Personally, I don't really care about 4K that much. I've done 1080p and I've done 1440p, and then when I get to 4K, I don't know if it's just my eyes are bad or something like that, but I don't really, depending on the monitor and everything, sometimes I really can't see the difference depending on the game and stuff like that. But Yeah, if it was me playing Xbox, I wouldn't mind getting the Xbox S. That's just my opinion. If I was on Xbox, I'm not going to, but if I had a PS5 and I was like, oh well, my friends are on Xbox and they have Gears of War, and I want to play Gears of War, but it's only on Xbox, then I would get the S. That's just personally my opinion.
Oh, you getting the S?
No.
Okay.
Nah,
PC.
nah, I already got a PC. PC Master
Let me
Race.
find out.
PC
find
Master it. Now, if I had to get a console, I'd get PS5. But I mean, we haven't heard anything from them, so it's really just up in the air. I mean, Microsoft has already shot shot it already. So
How do you think they're gonna counter it? Like,
how do I think they're gonna counter it?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really think they're gonna drop the price. I don't think
No,
they're gonna
they
drop
don't
the
need
price.
to.
They don't need to because of the components they already have in that. So like, it doesn't matter if you get digital or disc because you're going to the next step. You're not like getting a slight upgrade. You're getting a whole step forward to 4K.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just like Apple. Apple can put out a phone at $2,000-$3,000. Everybody, all they people gonna go get it no matter what. So
Yeah.
they ain't hurt. They ain't hurt by Microsoft selling it low.
Not really.
Because they price cut. They're trying to do price cuts to make it, affordable, for the consumer. So like they got to cap out somewhere,
But what does Sony have to recuperate some of that low? Besides PlayStation Now?
Well, I mean, with the discless version, because rumored the PS5 costs like $450 to make. So if they were to price, say, the discless version at $400, I mean, and the other one at $500, I mean, they would recoup some from the disc version if they would price it at $500.
Mm-hmm.
It's similar to how they did the PS4. The PS4 was actually cheaper to make than they sold it. I think came out to be $380. And at $400. The one they took to get on was that PS3 though, $800 and something to make, and they sold it.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I googled it. I looked it up. I heard it on another YouTube channel. I had to look it up. Yep, it was like $800 something to make, and they sold it for $600. Yeah.
Yep. The big body.
The big
body.
body.
They want to take a $200 loss at launch.
To be honest, the Xbox 360 was better than the PS3, in my opinion.
At the beginning it was, but
at the beginning, I mean, I had it at the beginning and it was better. But I did go. I mean, I was cycling between both of them. So
it just came out first.
Nah, it was better at first, because most of the third party developers are working on 360, then porting like shitty versions to the PS3.
That's what I'm saying. They had a start.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said it was good at first, but then I think PlayStation caught them and passed them at the end.
Yeah, it took them like a couple of years, but
yeah.
Overall,
I was saying at first, like the hardware itself was hard for them developers to work on. I was saying that I was hearing that like the hardware itself was different. It was kind of hard for the developers to work on it at the beginning, but once they got the hang of it, it was on and running.
Yeah, I mean, I had the Xbox 360 first before the PS3, and I mean, I just like the Xbox better at the time because the online was better, the interactivity of it was better.
Yeah, only had to catch up at the beginning. But, it was a lot of online wise, a lot of mistakes they made.
There was a lot of hiccups
I remember the early days you couldn't even go back to dash. Like once you were in the game, you were in the game.
You were in the game, bro. Yeah, I had both of them, so it didn't matter. But I mean, I could mostly. I didn't really play a lot of exclusives during that era. I did play some, but I mean, most of the games that I played on both consoles were like it was on both sides, like Call of Duty and stuff like that. But
you played the God of War series on the PlayStation?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I played at least one of them.
Yeah, God of War 3 came on PS3.
I think I played God of War 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I played God of War 3.
Played them all.
All except for Justice.
Which one?
Justice. God of War Justice.
You mean Ascension?
Ascension?
Oh God, I'm thinking about Gears of War.
Ascension.
My bad.
wrong GOW, bro.
Come on, man.
Oh my bad.
Oh man.
I think about
God of War
Superior
is the GOW.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Superior game. My bad. Ascension is
War
the
isn't
Oh
no
yeah, I
songs,
like
though,
Gears
man.
of War. I played the first 2 of them.
That was like my that was like my favorite. That was like one of my favorite on
Did they
Xbox.
switch
man.
developers?
Yeah.
no. Yeah, they kicked Cliffy B out. Yeah, they fired Cliffy B, and when they did that, that's when it went down. That's when they released Justice, and it was trash.
Yep.
But 4 and 5 wasn't bad. 4 and 5 pretty good.
You don't have anything else on that? You don't think any other situations on next gen?
I think we pretty much covered between Xbox and PlayStation. I mean, we kind of pretty much waiting on
Yeah,
Sony's
we had like
plan what they're gonna do. I say
So, what's your final thoughts on the thing then?
on what?
On the pricing?
Say it again.
On the pricing? Me
Yeah.
personally, I think the pricing 400 digital, 500 or maybe 450. No, 400 digital, 500 the disc version. That's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do.
Well, actually, $4.99.
Yeah, there you go.
That looks better.
$4.99.
There you go.
$4.99.
Nine-
Okay, well, $4.99 and $3.99.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think the rumors are true though. They're true. I think for $3.99 and $4.99.
But if they want to get aggressive,
if
if they want to get mad aggressive, I think they could drop that digital the 350.
Like 50?
Yeah,
$50?
$349.
Hey, I'll go for
Yeah.
it.
$349.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, they could do that.
I'm going digital
it might
regardless,
happen.
so I'm getting that. I'm definitely getting that version, whatever price it is.
I think it might be a shot in the dark,
You get
but
the discless
you know,
version,
it
Will?
might happen though.
Yeah, I'm all in.
If I do get one, I'll get
I don't
this.
use this on my
I'll get
PS4 as it is, so
Yeah,
yeah, I'm all in.
I'm getting a disc.
I mean, I'm gonna get the
Actually,
disc
I might get the
version,
disc because you know
Yeah, I get
DVDs,
the-
but or
4K
Blu-ray.
now,
Sorry,
actually.
Last time I bought a case
My
case game.
calculations.
You don't remember. I really don't. I think it was Horizon Zero Dawn. I got my Pro. That's
I
how
usually
it
get
was
them on them Black Friday sales. So
Yeah, that would be like the only reason I would get them now. Now everything I buy, every game I buy, I mean, since I'm on PC now, everything I buy is on Steam. So like either that or Epic Game Launcher. But yeah, like I was trying to. I mean, Joe gave me like the inspiration to actually to start doing like a collection of discs, but you know, now I'm starting just to lean to the other side now. But I still buy like disc games for my PS4.
So Sony baited me to the digital side with the PS3 and Plus. Once I put that collection, I was like, man, I don't know if I can put in this no more. I'm too lazy. So I like digital.
The sales aren't that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, they have sales every now and then, but yeah, I think it's just a matter of time. I mean, either way, they're probably gonna rumors are probably gonna be the same, or they might be aggressive, like Larry said, and they'll drop it $50. You think it'll be for both or just the digital?
They gonna make their money back on the disc version.
So yeah, going off of that, so what people are speculating right now off of like benchmarks, they're talking about the Nvidia cards that just came. Well, they're not out yet, but people have gotten to test them from Nvidia, but it's not out in the market. But right now, Nvidia came out with what was it? Three graphics cards: 3070, 3080, and 3090. They don't have it. I actually thought there was a 3060, but Larry corrected me on that. But yeah, I don't know why they said it was gonna be a 3060. It was all over the internet. Yeah, it wasn't this time. But yeah, so we have the 3070, which is priced at the GTX 370 is gonna be priced at $500 or $499. 8 gigabytes of VRAM, same as the last gen. It supports 1440p at over 100 FPS, which so it's actually stronger than the. It's priced at $500, and it's actually about like a third of the price of what the 2080 Ti is, which, you know, and it actually performs better. The 2080 Ti, before like these were released, it was like at least, what was it, like $1,500
Yeah.
for that? Yeah, $1,500 for a 2080 Ti, one graphics card. Yeah, and now you could spend. Dude, those people gotta be sick. They gotta be sick. They just paid $1,500 for that graphics card, and then the next year they come out with, or the next generation they come out with a 3070. You pay a third of the price, and you get a little bit more frame per second for the same kind of resolution. But so that's the 3070. I'm gonna go back to that. The 3080, which I think what Larry's gonna get, is priced at $700. I think it has it has 10 gigabytes of RAM memory in it, and it supports 4K up to 80 frames per second according to the benchmarks. I think they were playing like Control and like Borderlands and stuff like that. But yeah, on Control they were showing about 80 frames per second. That's a pretty demanding game. But yeah, from what I've seen, it's like the main thing I want to know from you guys is, do you think, well, going off of like the console thing that we were just talking about, so do you think these Nvidia graphics cards, especially the ones that are value oriented, do you think they actually might like push people into to getting a gaming PC that can be future proof and like building their own, and then buying one of these like $500, $700 graphics card that could last them for a couple years, or maybe even longer, maybe even 5 years?
Absolutely. I mean, remember how I told you I had a hot take when them prices dropped? Man, that was gonna be my hot take initially, but I changed my mind after Microsoft dropped their prices. But before they dropped their prices, I was like, man, these cards are gonna give the Xbox some hell, because like I think they're in the same audience. I mentioned that earlier. And I felt like my hot take was originally going to be like, I didn't think the Xbox was going to last more than 3 years. I said they might be out the console race within the next years. Probably not now because
they don't fix anything now.
The prices they announced and stuff, and that Series S, they finally have an audience, which I mentioned earlier. I feel like they're when Nvidia dropped those cards and at that price and at how strong they were, I was like, man, I think they stole some Xbox audience. I wasn't worried about them stealing PS5 audience, because PS5 has their base. They have the games. That's what people buy a PlayStation for. There's a reason to buy a PlayStation. There's almost no reason to buy an Xbox Series X, because all the games are on PC. So it's like, now I feel like they're competing with each other. So if you have this kick-ass card at with $500, like, now you gotta think, do I want this or do I want to buy a console? You know, and I can play the same games on either or. You know, and if my friends have the console, I still can play with them on PC. So it's like you have to. It's just like there's no reason to buy that Series X. So that's why I think it's still an issue they have to address. So yeah, they are a problem for Microsoft, at least. Maybe not for Sony too much, but definitely for that Series X.
Yeah, especially priced at $500. I think that's a very good price for the value and the performance you're getting. I'm definitely buying it on launch. If we get this stimulus check from Trump, I'm definitely buying this card. But yeah, like, I mean, I'm already playing on a 1660 Super already, and I like all the games that I have right now. Like, I'm playing, like, let's say Apex right now. Like, I'll have at 1080p on high settings, it'll be like 140 FPS, and it plays like butter. The more FPS that you have, like, it's like every single movement you make is so reactive. It's touch sensitive. It does everything you want it to do. You won't have any mistakes. The only mistakes you're making is yourself. And I mean, I don't know. I honestly think it, especially if you're going to use this for streaming, especially with the 8 gigabytes of VRAM, it might actually help if you're using Streamlabs and you have the NVENC format. I think this will be like a very, very good card for people who want to go or have a PC that will last them maybe even longer than the console generation that's coming up. So I think it's a very, very good price, and I think they made a very, very good move.
Price.
It's a very aggressive pricing, and I think it will beat the console competition. Yes, I am kind of biased, and that's how it's going to be. You can deal with it, but yeah, I think it's super good, very good. 1440p at 100 FPS for a very demanding game is very good. So that's my take on that. So I guess we'll go straight into the Madden and 2K fail that is upon us right now. Big fail on this next gen. I've seen it. I've seen people in Madden. I've seen people on this beta, bro, or in the game, whatever the fuck. And I've seen players come straight off the bench and knock them straight on their ass, bro. Cat! Woo! And I'm just like, this is fair. This is fair. Good job, EA. NFL needs to drop EA. Hashtag it.
Trending on Twitter.
And that was like number 3 trending. All day. Yeah. Number 3 in the USA.
They low-key tried to duck it off EA the next day. They tried to get some streamers to get out some tickets to promote Madden in a positive light, but couldn't overtake it.
Wait, so who plays Madden 2K currently right now?
Out of this group?
Or either or.
I play 2K,
I know Joe does.
But I've been gave up on Madden since, 3 years ago probably?
That's probably too.
Yeah. Shit, my last Madden was
Madden
25.
And the thing is, like, I used to trade in my old Madden, to get money credit towards the new one, which that's smart. You know what I'm saying? You trade the old one and you take money off the new one. The last time I tried to do that,
the Best Buy hot swap.
Oh yeah. So the last time I tried to do that, he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna give you $5 for it," and I was done after that. I went on a rant, a whole rant.
Damn.
But basically, this is the thing about sports. Sports, they make a game every year, bro. They might tweak, some things here and there, add a new feature, but it's pretty much a copy and paste. You know what I'm saying? And update the rosters, which I feel like a sports game, to me, this is my opinion, a sports game should last at least 2 years. Drop a sports game and drop it every 2 years. Just do updates, you know what I'm saying? DLC packs, you know what I'm saying? If you want the rookies or something, and charge, a premium, and just let it last 2 years, and then come out with a whole nother sports, like the next year, but then revamp it, you know what I'm saying? Like presentation, change the move. Some of the things you're gonna keep because it works, you know what I'm saying? But you want to get rid of the bugs and then bring new features in. But see, you got these die-hard sports fans, you know what I'm saying, that love to play Madden, love to play 2K, and they sit there and complain about it, but they end up buying it. Yeah. They still buying it. I know people that's saying, "Oh man, this is the worst, man." Oh yeah, but I can look online right now. He online playing it right now. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? They still making their money. You know what I'm saying? This is the first year that I'm not even. I stopped buying 2K too. Like I've been stopped buying 2K. I used to get it for a gift. 2K came out. It comes out every year around my birthday. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I usually get it as a gift. This year, I don't even want it. I told all my friends or whoever, family, I do not want 2K21. Not this year.
Dang.
That game is straight copy and paste. The thing is horrible. I heard they're getting a shooting update, but it's just horrible. I think they're trying to focus on the next gen version of it.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Hey, so tell me about 2K. So they changed the shooting. Can you tell me what exactly
the shooting? They changed the timing bar. So it used to be a bar that used to fill up, and then you just hit it at your peak. You release. Yeah, you release it at your peak shot.
Yeah.
Now it's a bar that goes to the side, and then you got to time it in the middle. I guess that's where the peak shot is. But the bar is so small, and then the window to hit the shot is very, very small. So if you play in a Hall of Fame, which pretty much everybody that competes is always on the hardest setting, you got to hit a perfect shot just to hit a 3. On the old ones, you can hit you can hit slightly late, slightly early, and still hit a 3 sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Because every shot's not going to be perfect. But on this one, you really have to hit a green light perfect to hit a 3, and I never seen that before. And I was like, yeah.
Wow.
And me and my boy played the other day. Like we hit no threes at all. Like we was like 0 for 25. Like I just let him shoot threes because I know he gonna miss. You know what I'm saying? And it takes the fun factor out of it. But the thing is, 2K they really don't work on the exhibition mode too much because all the money is in the park, the 2K player, my league and all that stuff.
And my team.
That's my team and all that. That's their money getter. So that's what they focus on because people don't even play exhibition. They go as soon as they get the game, they buying VC, they buying all this stuff to get their player, you know what I'm saying, souped up, maxed
all the
out.
way maxed
Yeah.
or
You know what I'm
stats
saying?
up.
Instead of grinding the old way, you know how you used to do it, just putting hours into it and just grind it, get to where you need to be. But that's where all their money is.
And I said something. I always say like they should that my career and my park should be separate modes. Cause
Yeah.
when I played, I just only played my career. I didn't give a damn about the park. I never played one park game. But they made you have to get your guy to where he's supposed to be. You got to go play both modes. So like, and it's people that just only want to play park and don't want to play the games.
Yeah.
And
So you got that's the thing. They got the people that play. They focus on their one particular creative player. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the people that go to they go to my team and build up a team and play online with other people. You know, pickup games. You know, but I mean, I haven't played creative player since I don't know, like 2-3 years ago because it's so repetitive, bro. Like it ain't fun to me. But that's where all the money is. So this is the thing, you know, like I said, like people want to complain about it, but all the people that's on Twitter, on Facebook that's complaining about it, they bought the game. So
they're buying it. They want.
Yeah. So it's like you can complain all you want, but you still giving them money to put out crap. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They got this monopoly. You know what I'm saying? I wish they would go back to, you know, having different developers make sports games how it used to be back in the day. They had competition, so they had to perfect these games, and you know what I'm saying, they had to compete with each other. And it's not like that anymore since NFL, you know, gave their license to EA.
NFL gave letting 2K make games now, but to what capacity it's still really.
Yeah, I heard they can't make simulation games.
They can't make sim. Yeah.
I heard they changed that.
I heard they took it back.
Yeah, I heard they changed it. So you know what I'm saying. So we don't know what kind of game they're gonna let them make.
Yeah.
Like I just don't understand why they never wanted to like at least. I mean, every time I see a 2K or a Madden game from EA, bro, like it seems like they like y'all said, it basically is the same thing as copy and paste. That's why I quit Madden. That's exactly why I quit Madden, because it was the same fucking shit. And then the next thing you know, the next game I come to, it's the same stuff. It's basically the next generation. I'm paying $60 for a roster update. I'm not buying another game. I'm not buying the next generation game. It's just a roster update. They never changed anybody on the team. They never put more people on the team, and they have like a very short time frame to release the next game. So it's like, I mean, you would think that, I mean, okay, so they have enough time to like change a few things, but like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why they want to go that way, but like,
that's basically what it is.
Yeah, if the consumers were smart, you know what I'm saying, the people that's all complaining about it, they need to start boycotting this stuff, because they'll, you know, that they're like, I was watching another podcast, he was talking about the shares and stuff, because the shares are going up. But if people start boycotting it and not playing online, not spending this VC money or whatever, what they call it on Madden, MUT and all that.
Buying
you
the
know what
part.
I'm saying? Yeah.
That's what all the pros play, right?
Yeah.
They play
That-
MUT.
that's
And that's
Madden
why the
money
competition is. Yep. So, you know, y'all supporting them, so they can continue doing the same thing every year.
Yeah,
And
what's crazy
literally,
about
like
Madden-
2K literally is a copy and paste, bro. Like the whole presentation, like at least change the presentation. You know what I'm saying? Like the cutscenes. Like, come on, man, they got the same presentation.
They do look all the same.
Madden do the same thing too. Same Super Bowl celebration. Same everything. Pretty much.
Yeah.
But MUT, man, just like in the
Man.
2K, MUT is like their money maker. Like people stop buying them damn card packs. You know what I'm saying? And EA doesn't listen to the community because, like, I know people still complain about franchise. We had issues with franchise when we played, and that's still the same issues. Like, damn, like y'all said, fix that shit.
So you're still telling me that people in 2K will literally like, okay, so tell me how much they would pay to actually max out their character.
Shit, people still going back and playing 2K5. They still they downloading
You
the
talking about NFL 2K5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
NFL. They go back and the same thing with EA. EA NCAA 14. They still playing. They still streaming. They still downloading the new rosters for it. So yeah. I mean, in my opinion,
well, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
EA football game they ever released, NCAA 14, and just after that they just went downhill. They just like they put out everything.
The thing I'm going at is that I don't understand why people just want to spend money just to, you know, get the created character, like tatted up, changed all this, blah blah blah, and then, you know, new sneakers, blah blah blah, customization. They get their stats up because they don't want to work or they don't want to play any games. That's the fun part. I don't know why they just want to pay money. Just be, hey, take my money. I don't want to have fun in this game. I just want to be maxed out so I can actually compete with all these other guys that don't want to work for anything. Like, it just that really pisses me off, man. It's so whack how people in like sport games just don't want to do that, and that's why I don't play sports game anymore.
They be adults too.
Back in the day, we used to,
they be adults
back in the day, man, we used to grind it out, man. Like, put your hours in.
Spend money.
That's what I did. Shit, man, dude. In Madden, like when they had NCAA, I would have I would like grind it out. I would play every single game in NCAA football. And then I would be drafted into Madden, and then my character in Madden would be butt after I drafted, bro, like straight butt. And then I'd go into Madden, and then I grind it out with my created character.
I played so many seasons in NCAA, man. Like people that graduated in my seasons, they kids were going to school and playing for. You know what I'm saying? God, I mean, that's how much I grinded on.
Damn. I got props to do now. Dang.
I played Madden so much back in the NSU days, bro. Like I went through multiple discs. Like I would wear the disc out and have to go buy a whole new copy. That was like the Marshall Falk one. I played the hell out of that one, bro.
2003.
Oh yeah. The whole soundtrack is ingrained in my head.
Yeah.
Nappy Root and all that.
I can't believe it. I can't believe
we used to run our rep piece dorm in man 2002 war.
Oh yeah, that was the peak. That was the peak.
Oh yeah, I burnt that one too.
Football.
Yep. Man, live was the shit back in the day. Live NBA Live, man. Larry was opening his roommates live before they even get to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, almost got to fight him alive.
His roommate had to switch rooms because he opened his live.
Violating his privacy.
Not my live, bro. Not my live.
Wow. That man's soul, Larry. Come on, now.
How you gonna play his game before he get to play it, Larry?
Hey,
it's not his live. Larry broke the seal.
He ain't gonna miss this. Man. Shouldn't have left it home.
Danelle's a culprit too. Danelle used to open my Day of Reckoning. Had about five characters created when I get home.
Every race.
One word she about to beat that game.
Asian, Black, Asian, Hispanic, all of them. You got a white guy too out there?
Yep.
Boy, you mad.
Bobby V.
Boy, you had a man of a different sexual orientation.
I'm not getting Madden this year. I'm not getting 2K this year. I've been stopped giving them money though.
I don't blame you, man.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do, man. Those people do that. I mean, they'll change their course. I mean, Madden did backlash, so they actually finally doing something for franchise mode, which only took like 5 years. People complaining, and it took a whole hashtag for them finally do something. So that's something. Yeah, but I think
you need to fire Ronnie 2K. Let me add that. Fire this man.
That's your boy, Joe.
Ain't my boy.
Not Ronnie, bro.
Sure.
But I think most of the energy is going to next gen. So I guess we can judge them by next gen this time. But that's kind of how they did the PS2 to PS3. That last PS2 game was kind of straight copy paste on Madden 2. I don't know about
Yeah, that
2K, the other
PS2
one
to
back
3.
then. But
That last one they came out for 14. They came out for the PS3. Yeah, that was some trash. I didn't get it. But that 2K14 for the next gen, ooh-wee! Sign me up.
So I mean, maybe next gen they got it right. So we'll have to wait.
Hopefully, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Them
Hopefully,
early
man.
trailers.
Hopefully they get canceled enough to where they realize, oh
Yeah,
wait, we getting
They're
canceled.
telling people that
Shit.
they got different versions, different engines. So if they come out with the same shit, yeah, it's gonna be nasty online. Boy,
Yeah.
Twitter about to light their asses up.
Mhm.
Red.
But people still gonna buy it.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the thing. You can have all the hate, but they gonna buy it.
Okay.
Same people complaining about
Man,
it.
I just, yeah, I don't understand. How many years have they been
Yeah.
doing this for?
Well,
Yeah.
my whole life.
Just, I mean,
The only time they change it is when they switch gens. That's when they change
Yeah,
it.
that's pretty much it. Like that PS3
Yeah.
was different than PS2. Then when they
Yeah.
brought
Yep.
PS4 version, now it was different than the PS3 version.
Yep.
They do make a new
Yeah.
one when the new systems come out, but you're getting that same shit for the rest of that generation.
Oh yeah.
the sad part
Oh,
is,
yeah,
is that
copy
people
and
just
paste.
encourage it, man. They
Straight
just
copy and
encourage it,
paste.
and they
You
just
know,
encourage
I
that, man.
ain't gonna
I
lie.
don't
Sports
understand
probably
that.
the one that needs that games as service. I hate games as service, but maybe Madden and 2K need a game as service where they release one game that's keep on updating. Like kind of how Joe said 2 years.
That's
But
what
fuck,
I'm saying.
fuck them 2 years. Just do it the
Yeah.
whole generation. I mean, at least the
Yeah,
same
almost
game
that
anyway.
generation.
Just do a live graphical overhaul, update some shit. You know, of course, update the rosters. I mean, and then, you know, boom, new season, new year 3, year 4, like Destiny.
But you gotta look on their end. If they profiting it,
They watch
they
out.
gonna drop it every year.
I
Why
mean,
not?
they still,
Hey, man, we making
they
money. I don't need to
don't
fix
fix it.
anything. Wow.
On their team, I'll do the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
They still can profit. I mean, you release your new year as a roster upgrade. Just
Yeah, they still can
charge-
profit, but you gotta think about how much profit they making just
Right
releasing
now,
every year though.
yeah.
That's more
Okay.
profit. Yeah, you do it too. Hey, let me get a job. Let me get a job, EA.
Yeah, what is yeah. What is Madden? What is 21? What is the rating right now? Do y'all know? Is it still
IGN?
oh, 0.4?
IGN rated it a 6,
I
and
think
that's
you're
the
talking about
lowest.
Metacritic.
But,
Yeah.
hey, but those guys don't know nothing about sports game. You know, they just
Yeah,
they going off hype.
yeah, that's his IGN.
Oh my god. I'm looking at this right now. On Metacritic, it's
That's
showing
the
up as
average,
0.2.
That was 0.3 a while back.
That's the
Man.
user,
Point
right?
two. 5,000
Let's
ratings.
go ahead and turn my Madden on real quick. In the podcast.
Man. Man, I feel bad. Man, some of the
Man,
homies
all the
bought that,
homies
huh,
bought
Joe?
that.
Mm,
They,
Wow.
some of them bought the premium package.
Ooh, the $100 one? The $100
$100,
Ooh,
$100
I
digital.
wish
Sign me up.
I would spend $100 on a video game at once.
man. Oh man, that a video game, but man.
You know what I'm
Bruh.
saying? I mean, I'd spend
Bruh.
more than $100 on a video game, but not at one time.
Bro,
You know what
y'all
I'm
should have seen Jamal's look on his face after we played the first game in 2K21.
Hurt.
He bought the $100 Kobe
Hey.
edition,
Stop.
and this dude was sick. He was sick.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man, I paid $100 for this trash,
Mhm.
man.
You get
Wow.
sick.
That's what you asked. That's what you wanted.
And he got and he got a digital.
Hey, bro.
You can't return that, baby.
Hey,
You
can't
bought
return that
it.
one.
You got it.
Can't return that one, buddy.
Stuck
Can't
with
sell it.
Man.
No.
What's funny is I see 25 positive reviews. They probably
Yeah.
bots.
Hey,
They
Somebody
probably
out there
bots.
probably like one person liked the game.
I got a people.
If they don't
Yeah,
have-
if they had their first
yeah,
Madden,
one person
damn.
likes it.
Yeah, them boys be hating on it and complaining about it. Like I said, they still play it. They still love the game. Why play
They
play
still
something
play?
that you hate?
Yes.
You know
Thank
what I'm
you.
saying?
I won't.
Exactly. So we'll see next gen. We'll
Nah,
see what they
man.
can bring.
Why you gotta talk all that hate if you're just gonna play it anyway, man? You can't. Your actions don't follow your words, sir. Run it back.
So we'll see.
Man, I don't get that. Oh man. I guess we'll go into so yeah, we'll go straight into we pretty much just like trash Madden and 2K for like 15-20 minutes. But so they well, we haven't talked about Nintendo yet, so we might as well just talk about this now. So our last topic that I said was going to be surprise. We actually heard that there was going to be a 4K Nintendo Switch Pro. Well, I don't know if they got to call it Pro or whatever, but I know that Nintendo Switch, so they have the regular Nintendo Switch and then they have the Nintendo Switch Lite. So they're trying, and there wasn't like any hardware like things with the Lite, but they're trying to make, I mean, this might actually happen. They might make a 4K Nintendo Switch, and pretty much it's going to be the third kind of model in the in this kind of product. So what they're trying to change in this is they're gonna put like a new screen. From what I hear in the rumors, is what the change in it is gonna be a new screen, and then they're gonna have improved quotations interactivity, whatever that means. I don't know what that means, but do you think that we actually need a more powerful version of Switch? And what do you think what this improved interactivity is for people who actually play Switch?
Is Nintendo trying to shift their focus to hardcore gamers? Those are the only ones that really care about the graphics. Kids really don't give a damn about 4K.
It might be a move for third party.
True, honestly, you can be right about that. But I have the Lite, and the graphics really ain't that bad on it. I mean, it's doable.
I mean, what can you play? What kind of like major games can you play on Switch?
I
think I heard somebody said you can play like Witcher
2K,
or something like that.
They got 2K.
Yeah, they got 2K on it.
Yeah, it doesn't look great.
They got MK
on the regular model. I don't think.
Yeah, they got Mortal Kombat. Yeah,
they showed.
They also got most of the free to play games like Fortnite, Apex Legends,
of course.
Pretty much the whole.
Of course.
Pretty much everything for the most part. I mean.
Yeah, but what do y'all think?
I mean, the only thing I will see a 4K upgraded Switch do, if you didn't know, when you're playing in handheld mode, it is a downgrade to the performance of the games. It plays better when it's in dock mode on your TV. So probably by going 4K, maybe they're just giving it a hardware buff to where it plays just as good in handheld mode as it does on dock.
Yeah, but look how small the screen is.
Yeah, but you can play it. Not that small.
You can play it just fine. It's about tablet size. I mean, like I'm watching. My son's actually playing his right now. You can visually see everything on the screen. I mean, it's not like you squinting on a Game Boy.
But like 4K on a small screen is like kind of pointless.
Or you get sharper graphics, and I'm pretty sure that resolution is gonna come with at least some kind of frame rate enhancement, because that's the main issue of playing in dock mode. The frame rate is lower in I mean not dock when you playing handheld mode. Yeah, you're going to notice some that frame rate dip that you wouldn't notice on your TV. So it's probably for to play it more efficiently in handheld mode.
Yeah. I don't think it's worth it for them to push that. They should just come out with another console.
And also,
they don't really need to, man.
They don't need to.
The Switch is doing real good.
I agree.
So they don't really need to.
Yeah.
I'm saying if they're coming out with something new, don't add something to it. Like, if they're gonna do something new, just come out with another console. Which I mean, they don't need to, but I'm saying if they're doing something new, like I wouldn't come out with that version of it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you have to look how they did DS. The DS went through a whole bunch of revisions from what it was when it first came out to what it is now. Cause I bought my son a DS, and it's like way more enhanced than the one that probably came out, probably 5 years ago. Like they definitely beefed up the online. They beefed up the menu system and all that stuff. They beefed up the online store. So I mean, they have a history of upgrading, the older hardware to be more evolved. So that's probably what they're doing with the Switch, is giving it the evolution where you still can play the current games you own, but you're gonna get those upgrades so they can keep the system going on long term. Because I mean, the DS, if you didn't know, it's still an active system. You still can find a DS and games in Walmart.
Oh, yeah. I still love mine.
And that game,
I love my 3DS.
That came out along with the original PSP. So that's how old it is.
Yeah, I still got my DS. hack
So.
version.
But personally, I kind of agree with
Blazing.
Joe.
It's Blazing
Basically, with Blazing, yeah. Sorry,
Don't say my
Blazing
government.
318.
Too late. I don't know, Joe.
Oh man,
Too late.
We ain't live. Edit.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! You're gonna cancel me now. Oh no. So yeah, I don't think they need to make a 4K version. They only, like I said before, it's just gonna be something for third party. That's like the only thing I can think of that they like actual reason they would use it. The improved interactivity, I don't know what that means, unless that means third party. That's what I'm gonna go off of.
Improvements to everything. That's it. I mean, Nintendo's behind, so it's probably more or less a means to catch up their online infrastructure with the big boys. You know what I'm saying? Maybe more social, things. You know what I mean? Because like Nintendo is always behind with the online. Like even now, I mean, the online is pretty ass on the Switch, and it's pretty bare bone. So maybe they're gonna beef up the online.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I kind of just want to see another console, but that's just me. I never played on the Switch, so I don't really have an opinion on that. But I've seen people play.
damn.
No. Nothing. Even though I wanted to buy one because of Pokemon and Zelda, because I'm a big Zelda fan. But
you
I
gotta
haven't
try
played
it out,
anything
man.
yet.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend.
I need to try it out. I might even buy it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
The light is cool, but I would recommend getting the OG. That way you get that docked on the TV.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
when I
where
got the light.
Yeah,
The light is
How much are
200.
they?
The dock is what, 3, Larry?
$2.99.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's not too bad.
AJ.
Not too bad. I mean, AJ. Yeah, don't tell him who works there.
That's nothing to mute out.
With the blanket.
Delete,
Bleep it.
delete.
delete. But yeah, that's. I mean, anybody have to add anything on that, or that's about it?
Yeah, that's about it.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap, folks. Yeah. So that's the end of episode 2 of the Southern Made Gamers podcast. My name is Nick Fury, your host. You can follow me on Twitter, TK Nick Fury. And I think my Twitch is TK_Nick Fury. And you can find me on YouTube as Nick Fury as well.
You can find me Blazing318, all media, social media. Yeah, just check me out.
I have a Twitter account. It's YoungLade83. So you can find me there.
Big D Brown. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as DBrown2583. And Twitch is TalonD83. Holler at me.
Yeah, so make sure you follow you find us on YouTube.
Southern Made Gamers.
Go ahead.
That's right.
Check us out.
Southern Made
got
Gamers on
Tons
Instagram.
of clips.
We have YouTube. Damn
Go
it,
ahead.
Joe. Let me say it.
You try to.
So we got Instagram, we got YouTube, Southern Made Gamers.
Twitter account.
We might stream on Twitch as well. We have a Twitter account. We are on Spotify as well and Facebook.
All of us.
So follow us on all that under Southern Made Gamers. Appreciate y'all coming through.
Join the
We
Discord.
out, y'all.